Hey, IOStax here. I am a professional FPS coach and former professional coach for Overwatch League organizations like the New York Excelsior and the Boston Uprising, with now more than 5 years of professional coaching experience under my belt, running the biggest private coaching business over at iostax.com, and helping out players for free over on my Discord's Ask Stax Anything channel. Today I want to talk about one of the major concerns I have about one seemingly minor change in Overwatch 2. One that will affect everyone who is seriously trying to improve at the game, and will make the game significantly more frustrating for every player. Overwatch 2 looks like it's going to have a huge inconsistency problem. But first, what am I referring to when I talk about inconsistency? I am specifically referring to mechanical inconsistency, which refers to the variance in the amount of shots someone successfully lands. I'm pretty sure almost everyone watching this video has first-hand experience with this. One day it seems like your crosshair just magnetically locks onto the target, and on others it seems like no matter how hard you try, aiming just feels awkward and your shots don't land. This inconsistency is completely natural and intrinsic to any game that has an element of mechanical skill or randomness. But inconsistency is frustrating and causes tilt. For reference, tilt is an emotion that we as humans experience anytime we feel out of control. If we lose a team fight because someone on our team got picked, that's tilting, but in the same way, if it feels like no matter how hard we try to improve or focus, we just can't land our shots, that's also tilting, because it feels like we have no control about whether today is going to be a good day aim-wise or an off day. With practice, this inconsistency starts to become less significant, of course. High-level players do have off days, but they are few and far between and tend not to be as severe. Whereas a low Masters player, for example, can experience significant inconsistency with his aim. This can lead to extraordinary amounts of tilt. Alright, so we know what inconsistency is, and we know what tilt is and what causes it. So why will Overwatch 2 increase the severity of inconsistency and in return increase the amount of tilt we'll experience playing the game? For those of you who don't know, Blizzard has decided to increase the movement speed of all characters in the DPS class by 10%. This movement speed increase was previously limited, but now every character in the DPS class moves 10% faster than before. Aiming is all about predicting the enemy's movement. Especially tracking with a character like Tracer, Sombra, or Soldier is less about reacting to the enemy's movement, but rather predicting how they'll move and matching your mouse movements with their in-game movement. But flick shots also rely on the enemy movement to a certain extent. Knowing where the enemy will be shortly is extremely useful when trying to land our shots. That's why shooting bots in a custom game, for example, is significantly easier than tracking real players in a competitive match. Real players adapt their movement and try to maximize how difficult they are to hit. The bots, or lower elo players, don't, so they are easier to hit. By now you should start to see the problem with selectively changing the movement speed of characters. Imagine playing a game of Overwatch, and 1 second you focus a target that moves at regular movement speed, and you switch to a different target that now moves 10% faster. Overwatch is so fast-paced that you simply cannot constantly readapt to the different movement speed values. And this is a problem. In Overwatch currently, players get used to the movement speed and can develop muscle memory. But now, the movement speed is going to change constantly. On top of that, a higher movement speed in general makes aiming significantly more difficult as well. So not only does inconsistency increase because our targets are moving at varying speeds, it's also going to be more difficult because we might be moving 10% faster as well if we play a DPS character. Overwatch has no movement acceleration. You press a key and you shoot forward at full speed. There's no run-up or anything. Direction changes are instantaneous. Overwatch is already the most inconsistent FPS game on the market because of that. But now they made it faster, and they made characters move at different movement speeds. This means that no matter how much you practice your aim, no matter how much you try and focus, you will have significantly more inconsistency. You will experience more off days, you will miss more shots, no matter how good your aim gets. And there's not much you can do. So, to summarize, the way we and our target moves affects how consistently we can get shots to land, and no matter how good we get, we will never hit 100% of our shots. And this inconsistency leads to tilt, because it makes us feel like we are out of control of our mechanics, and that no amount of work or focus can guarantee whether we land our shots. And the fact that Blizzard has decided to selectively increase the movement speed of half the roster, but not the other, will, especially for DPS players, make this whole experience significantly worse. What are your thoughts? Have you noticed your aim being way worse on the beta? Do you like that shots are more difficult to hit, or do you feel like duels feel like too much of a coin flip right now? If you're interested in coaching, you can head over to iostux.com to get coached, or you can join my Discord and ask questions for free in the Ask Stux Anything channel. My name is iostux, and I'd like to thank you for learning.